The band out of Churchill is called Days on Land. I just discovered these guys, and I like them. Frontman Roy Mexted joins us now. Roy, good morning.
Good morning, Hal. Thanks for having us, mate.
I'm telling you, man, you guys got some great tunes. I went through the entire new album, which is called Tales from the Shallows, and every one of the songs had me tapping my toe or, just some really good stuff.
Well, that's the best response we could ever hear, that you've, take the time to listen to the whole album. And, yeah, each one is a little story about Churchill that people might recognise but maybe don't know, everything that goes up here behind the scenes kind of thing.
Well, and we're going to play a bit of your first single called Bear 33, which is another, I guess, famous Churchill story, right?
Right. I mean, back in the day, they say, they used to paint the bears with kind of like a paint, like a spray paint, like big black numbers, like NASCARs, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, tracking which bears would be coming too close to the town, the conservation guys and the polar bear alert team that we have here. And, the repeat offenders could be identified and put into the polar bear jail. Which is the holding facility. They put him in there for a few weeks and then take them out with a helicopter somewhere out of town. But Bear 33 was like a repeat offender. He'd keep coming back in, and kind of like a famous guy here called Jack. He was like the most loved polar bear alert officer, and he told the story. And it's a legend of Bear 33. Kept coming back and to and fro with Jack chasing him around the place, and so he became a legend. And through the research, it turned into a banger of a song, and people are singing it around bear season right now. We just launched our big our album. Big launch party, and people are singing it around the streets. It's quite surreal, but it's really cool to tell the story, and people are really getting it.
Yeah, it's a great song. We're going to end our segment here with a minute or a minute and a half of it. Okay, listen, the accent, it's obvious you're not from Churchill. How did a guy with your accent, that accent, end up in Churchill, and where did you come from?
Well, exactly. I kind of forget about my accent sometimes, and I tell people, my accent is Australian. I was born in New Zealand, but I grew up in Australia, from the west coast to the east coast, and I've done a lot of travel in my life. I've lived in Scotland and New Zealand and places, and my girlfriend and I ended up traveling to Canada, and I think I was somewhere in the Yukon or something, and I got a call back from a job that I'd applied for just on a whim for Churchill, and I got the job as a cook here. So I'm researching, there's polar bears wandering the streets. Great, I just needed one more extreme little adventure before we left the country. But coming here, it was just a beautiful place, this little town. It's just got all the right vibes, all the right opportunities for people who want to really give something back to their community. I play the music. I'm involved in the arts and things here, and one thing led to another. I'm a Canadian citizen now, and we got a 4-year-old little boy, and I just love the community. I love the Canadian culture now, and I'm just learning more about it every day, so I'm still just excited to be here.
Nice. Well, listen, I think you guys have a bright future, because I really am enjoying your music. What do you call it? What style is it?
I guess I have to sort of classify it from time to time, and I've been calling it like folk rock, I guess, because it's got the folky style. We've got some piano, accordion, and keyboards and harmonicas and things. So it's folky because it tells a story. Every song, I want the audience to listen and to picture things in their mind. I mean, as a kid, as a musician, you're often writing songs about emotions and abstract ideas, but this is the first time I've really put my roots down and tried to tell a specific stories that people might not know. I mean, there's a song there about a plane crash and a shipwreck and my neighbour, things that have got that northern Churchill vibe, but stories that can take people on a bit of a journey. But we like to rock it out a bit and get some energy there, so I would call it folk rock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's fantastic. You're touring northern Manitoba right now. Any plans to come down to Winnipeg?
Yes, we do plan. So next May, we're looking to really, tour our northern songs to the north. Churchill, Thompson, the Paw, Flin Flon, so far. And we do want to add in some dates in in Winnipeg. So hopefully your audience if they want to follow us along, they'll on socials or whatever, and they'll see when we're going to come and play in Winnipeg, and we'd love to bring our polar bear energy down there.
Okay, and I'll just remind everybody, the band is called Days on Land from Churchill. We're talking to the band's frontman, Roy Mexted. How did you meet up with Joe and Jeremy and Eric and everybody else in the band?
Well, I mean, these guys are part of the community, part of the fabric of this place. Like Joe's been here since he was 5. I mean, he's been a radio host for some stations, the community stations down south. He plays a few instruments, and Jeremy's the plumber in town. Eric works for Parks Canada. Everyone's like part of the spirit up here, and we just thought. I mean, I've been writing these songs. I had an album. I wrote a first album that I recorded just all by myself. And writing new songs, I thought, let's just get some of the musicians in from town and turn it into a band. And the guys were just like excited to do it, which was fantastic. And so we just, been jamming once a week. We don't play a lot. There's not a lot of places to play here, but we're excited to have our first gig down at the Harvest Moon Festival, which was just amazing. They welcomed us in there, and we told our Churchill stories, and it was well received. So, we might just keep jamming and playing a few gigs here and there, but look forward to our tour.
Is this something that you talk about the other jobs and you've got another job? Is music something you would like to make your job? Because I really do think you guys have the potential for that if that's what you want. I'll take that as some great advice. I mean, we'd love to see how it goes, but we are involved in other things and projects and things. But it's up to the listeners if they, if the music gets anywhere, if people want to listen to it and it takes on its own life, then we'd love to sort of follow the vibe of the music. But being up here, like I said, it's a big deal to go on a tour. We can't just sort of go from town to town. It takes a lot of time and money and everything. So we do plan on doing it, but hopefully it's just getting those, getting the listens out there, getting a sort of virtual audience. That's important to us. So thanks for having us here. This is the kind of thing that we need. Well, thanks for doing this. And if you do end up with a date or two here in Winnipeg, make sure you let me know, because I think you'll have some Winnipeg fans after I play a little bit of your first single off the album called Bear 33 as we head to a break. Roy, thanks for this.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Hal.
Roy Mexted, frontman, Churchill band, Days on Land. So again, Days on Land is the band. The album is called Tales from the Shallows, and you can listen to the songs all over the place online, including this song. I'm going to play a minute or a minute and a half of it, Bear 33, as we head to a break here at CJOB. It's 1042. Their tunes, really good songs. And yes, Bear 33, which I played into the break, is excellent. They're all excellent songs, and I like it. Folk rock, and they all tell stories from Churchill and northern Manitoba. So I'm anxious to see them live here in Winnipeg. Hopefully they can get down here and do a show or two.